to 1. Your best fighter against ours. What would you say to that?
No way. I want the bitch who fixed Julie up, and that's you, Maxwell.
All right. If your side wins, I'll fight you.
You for real?
Yes.
We pick anyone we want from our gang.
And so will we. Well?
Got your new cellmate, Maxwell. Her name's Jones. Make sure she knows how things are run around here and not to cause any trouble.
Hello, I'm Kath Maxwell. Come in and get yourself settled. I'm sure we're going to be very good friends.
We've talked it over and we're going to get married as soon as we can, inside the prison.
You what? But that's absurd. You have to get a marriage license to begin with, and by the time that comes through, you would have come to your senses.
I did all that when we got engaged. The license will be through in a couple of days and there's nothing that'll stop us.
Just a big dumb kid, really. I don't know what good she's going to do us against Connors.
Big dumb kid, eh? I'll tell you about that big dumb kid. A little while ago, one of the women in C Block decided to tear one of her comics. Just to see what Jones would say.
And?
The woman was in hospital for 6 months.
I see. Well, do you think that was such a good idea, then?
Oh, yes. Especially if she gets it into her head that it was Connors. And I'm sure her best friend can convince her of that.
G'day, Kath.
Merle, I tried to stop her, but there was nothing I could do.
Who done it? Who done that to me, comic?
Rita Connors. She just wouldn't listen to me. No, you mustn't. She said she'd hurt me if I told on her.
She done that to me, comic.
To get at me, Merle, she kept laughing while she was doing it and saying, Looney Jones will kill you for this.
Called me that name. Oh, Bama!
No! Oh, Merle, you mustn't. They'll lock you away by yourself and then Rita will come back and rip up all your comics.
I rip her to pieces, she did that.
Please, Merle. If you weren't here, I'd try to stop her and then she'd beat me up. She would.
No, I wouldn't let her hurt you, Kathy, me mate. She shouldn't have done that to me, comic.
No, she shouldn't have, and I promise you she won't get away with it. I'll think of a way you can punish her without the officers knowing. Then you won't get into trouble, all right?
Soon.
I promise. Now, come on. We'll try and fix up your book. You spread the pieces out on the bed there. I'll get some sticky tape.
It's one of me favourites. Oh, no, look. He's got a rip right across his belly. You wait, Rita Connors. I'll make you real sorry you touched my comic. Can we fix it?
We'll do our best.
Governor's finished with these. I'll see you tomorrow.
Who? Oh, Joan, have the arson squad come up with any leads yet?
Nothing so far. Why?
Oh, I just thought it was a possibility there might be a link with the fire at the Conqueror's Clubhouse.
You can't prove I had anything to do with that. But you'd like to, wouldn't you? Anything to get your position back.
You're right, Joan, and why shouldn't I? I mean, you took the job for all the wrong reasons.
I took this job for one reason only, to turn this place back into what it's supposed to be, a penal institution, and I have the minister's blessing, remember?
Yes, and you don't let us forget.
And if you want to stay on here, Morris, I suggest you forget any feeble attempts at blackmail.
My name's Alan Maxwell. I'm here to visit my wife.
You'll have to sign in and one of the other officers will look after you.
Right, you'll have to be searched, but we'll start with this first.
Yeah, fine. They're just some books for Kath.
There we are. It's almost as good as new.
Gee, thanks.
G'day. Heard Roach got shifted. This your new flatmate?
Yes, Merle, this is Janet Williams.
G'day.
You got stuck with Looney Jones.
Don't call me that! No, I
Stop it!
call me that!
No, Janet's fault! Stop it, Merle.
She shouldn't have called me that name.
I know, but Rita Connors made her, didn't she, Janet?
Why?
Because she's mad at you for being our friend. She's telling all the women that if they don't call you that, she's going to beat them up.
I'm gonna get her.
Yes, soon. But just now I have to talk to Janet, so you stay here and make sure we've taped that up properly, all right?
Okay. Sorry, Janet. I'll get her, I promise.
Yeah.
Well, that was intelligent, wasn't it? You nearly blew the whole damn thing.
Blew what, for God's sake?
The fight with Connors. She's perfect for it.
Hey, yeah. She'd be able to beat the... Oh, good day, Mrs. M. How are you? Maxwell? Your husband's here to see you.
But I thought you...
Don't think. You work.
Right, Mrs. M.
You want to read a comic? Yeah. Later.
Okay.
He hit you when you said you were going away?
Yeah.
Funny, isn't it? How situations can change people. You and Bob were always so close before this.
I bought you the money. It's in the covers of some of the books. The officer checked it in reception, but she didn't notice the thing.
Is there enough money left for a ticket to Perth? That's the price of your freedom, isn't it? A one-way ticket to Perth?
Oh, come on, Kath, that's hardly fair.
Of course it's not fair. What happened to our daughter wasn't fair. And I ended her agony and they put me in here and that's not fair either. My God, you can't even begin to imagine the hatred in here. And the more I stand up for myself, the more like them I become. I don't want that, Alan, please. I need you. Just give me some hope that you'll be there for me and I can fight what I'm becoming. I'm begging you, Alan, please don't leave me.
It's just not that easy, Kath. I've made commitments to people in Perth. I have to go. I'm sorry. All right.
No.
I've been waiting for you.
Later, Janet.
No, now. I've got a bone to pick with you. Like, how come you're allowed 2 visits in one day by your old man? And like, how come if he dropped the gear off to you this morning...
Shut up, you little fool.
Look, I've got a right to know what's going on. We're supposed to be partners.
In there.
I'm not as dumb as some people reckon I am, you know.
All right. So it wasn't my husband who brought the coke in this morning. What the hell does it matter?
Who was it?
No names.
Suit yourself. But the next time you want to load a gear off my sister, I might have a bit of trouble getting her to produce. If you catch my drift.
I've got Joan Ferguson on side.
Bloody hell!
And you make damn sure she doesn't find out you know.
That's why you picked a fight with Rita, isn't it? Because you knew we were getting loony. Hey, with the freak backing us, we'll be able to get every Sheila in the place on side.
For God's sake, will you shut up and listen? She's getting inside information. If she so much as suspects we've told anyone, we're finished.
Yeah, right. But bloody hell, we're going to end up running the joint.
Sorry to take so long. We've got 2 of our seniors away now. We're after a $60,000 loan for a unit.
Yes. I've got about $12,000 in my savings account, but I'll be needing some of that to buy clothes and furniture, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've had some valuations done over the phone, and I should be able to get enough money for the land to pay out the existing mortgage.
Yes, do you have more than one personal savings account with us, Miss Ferguson?
No? Why?
Well, I'm afraid your current balance falls far short of $12,000.
Julie? Oh, Julie, don't do that. Oh, dear. Come on. Come on. It'll be all right, dear. It'll work out all right. There we are. That's better. That's my girl.
Sorry.
Well, don't be. Good cry now and then does you the world of good. Do you want to talk about it?
I can't marry him, Ned. I could be in here for years. And the minute that I do get out, I'm going to be in next crib.
So? Well, it'll cause him all sorts of problems in his career if people find out that his wife's an ex-crim. I can't do that to him.
Let me ask you something. Now, how would you feel if the positions were reversed and if it was Steve in prison? Would you accept any of those arguments if he tried to send you away?
Couldn't. I love him.
Exactly. And if you send him away now, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. And with each passing year, you'll realize a little more, and then a little more. That nothing's more important than the love two people can share.
Miss Joan Ferguson, unless my eyes deceive me, which apparently your ears have. Let me tell you again, go away.
You owe me, Mrs. Ryan, $12,000.
I owe you nothing. You were supposed to take care of that little slut, and all you've done is let her dig her claws deeper into my son.
I was supposed to have her prison sentence extended, and that's exactly what I've done. Now, are you going to pay me or not?
Oh, for God's sake, no, I'm not.
You listen to me. First thing in the morning, you will deposit that money in my account as agreed. Because if you don't, I'll arrange for some ex-cons I know to come and visit you here. And when they're through with you, I doubt even if your son will recognize you. Now, what are you going to do?
$12,000 in your account first thing in the morning.
Sidebottom really was the most adorably romantic man. A pity about his name, though.
Yeah, but I still don't see how him being a Butterfingers got you this dress.
Oh, it's quite simple. You see, I used to always order red wine with the men, you see. So it was only a matter of time when this red wine ended up all over my lap. And that afternoon, voila.
Hey, good one.
Come on, you lot. That stuff's not going to fold itself.
Yeah, okay. You know, you're wasting your time. Steve's going to get a one for sure. He's loaded.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I know just the place to send him to. They have the most exquisite clothes. Bloody hell, Reed, she's just taken over. I mean, I know I'm bad sometimes. She's right over the top.
Yeah, she is a bit. Come on, try not to let her get under your skin.
I want to set a time and place for the fight.
Name it.
This afternoon's exercise period, behind the garden shed.
Suits me. Hey, Maxwell. Who do I get to do me exercising with?
Merle Jones.
Bloody hell!
Jeez, I knew she had something up her sleeve.
What's the problem?
I've seen her take on 3 Sheilas at once when they got her right.
Yeah, but only when she's needled. I make the first few count. It's on the back.
Look at it. Stinking Rita Connors.
Andrew, home.
Oh, and perfectly timed, too. I've just finished throwing together the best casserole in the state. Do you want me to drink?
Yes, please.
And has your day earned you a sherry or a scotch?
It's definitely been a Scotch day.
Oh, well, you know what you need. 9 holes of golf. Best cure there is for Scotch days.
What about the dinner?
Oh, it won't be ready for ages yet. Besides, you can't overcook a casserole. Well, what do you say?
I couldn't think of anything nicer.
Well, I'll go and turn the oven down.
Andrew, thank you very much for putting me up here. I really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
And with a final mighty blow, Future Man felled the fearsome Trigon.
Bam! Pow!
And so retrieved the key that meant freedom for his friends.
Oh, wow, Kath, no one's ever read that all the way through before.
You know, I think this story's about to come true.
How do you mean?
Well, there's the evil Trigon who's just like Rita Connors, always hurting people. And then there's Future Man who's strong and kind, just like you. And the same way that Future Man saved his friends by fighting Trigon, you can save Janet and me by fighting Rita.
Oh, yeah!
But you'll have to beat them all. Because if you don't, all the women are going to have to do what Rita tells them.
And she's rotten. Don't worry, Kath. I'll get her for tearing me comic and being mean to me friends.
Good. We'll do it now, all right? Out on exercise.
G'day, Mrs. M. How's tricks? Oh, Mrs. Reynolds wants to see you, Jones.
What, now? Oh, yeah, Mrs. M, I've got to go and exercise.
No, you
Bam.
have to see the governor first. Come on.
Oh, geez, Kath.
Oh, it's all right. You won't be long.
What are we going to do?
Just hold things up until Merle can get there.
If Connors thinks we're trying to pull a Swiftie, she and that other walking skyscraper are going to spread us all over the veggie patch.
All right, get as many of our girls together as you can find. I'll wait for you in the rec room. We'll all go out there together.
I can't promise any miracles, but I can promise I'll do everything possible to make it a special day for you.
Thanks, Mrs. Reynolds. That's terrific. And thanks for believing me about the drug business, too. Steve said you're doing everything you can to help.
Well, I haven't given up hope. Neither should you. At least the department's all for you being transferred to a lower security prison. You'll have much more lenient visiting rights with Steve. Well, I better get going. How's the arm?
Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, there's really nothing wrong with it. Do I have to stay here?
I think we'll take Sister Hall's advice. You studying?
No, that's just a hobby of mine. I collect recipes.
Oh, so that's how you get on so well with Mr. Pringle. Keep well.
Why didn't you just tell her it's your diary?
Oh, well, there's a few things about the officers in here I didn't think she'd appreciate.
Yeah, like what?
Oh, like the time we were nearly caught with the whiskey balls, for one.
You put that in your diary?
Yes?
What about the coke drop? Did you put that in there as well?
Oh, my God. What have I done?
Maybe they ain't gonna show.
Speak of the devil.
Where's Jones?
Governor's office. She'll be out soon.
She better be. Or it'll be you and me behind that shed kid killer. Unless any of you lot would rather stand in for it. What do you say, Vicky? You game? Well, what about you, Deb?
You heard what Kath said. She'll be here.
You hope. I'm not even going to ask the bucket rattler. You've got 10 minutes.
She's still on the phone.
For heaven's sakes, Jones.
Not fair. I ought to be outside.
The freak. That must have been why she was in my cell yesterday. I knew she was up to something.
Yeah, that'd be about her style. Rotten bitch.
Oh, Julie, I am sorry. I just can't believe how stupid I've been.
Neither can I, Nance. I'd be out of prison now if it wasn't for that book. I'm sorry. That's unfair. I know you didn't mean any of this to happen. Right, so it was Ferguson. What are we going to do about it?
Well, one thing we can't do is let Rita know. She wouldn't hesitate in sending the bikie gang after her.
All right. Well, she's not going to get away with it.
No, she's not. Don't worry. I'm going to make damn sure she gets what's coming to her.
Bloody hell, come on, what do we do?
No sign of the tank anywhere.
What, do we jump on or what? I've got to give it a call this afternoon. To another time, she's going to kill you.
Your time's up, Maxwell.
Well, Jones isn't here yet.
That makes it you and me.
But the deal was
You got the guts to fight me or not?
Yes. You're damned right I have.
Lurch, you and Williams keep knit. The rest of you keep the screws occupied. And you come with me.
This is the most wonderful palace with rooms for everything. There are rooms just for clothes with rows and rows and rows of beautiful dresses in pinks and creams and golds. And there's a room where all the food's kept with legs of turkey and pork and beef.
Yeah, well, I could go a pork sandwich right now.
Shh. And there are huge playrooms with all sorts of wonderful toys and things to climb.
Yeah, like the wolves, eh?
Oh, but best of all the playmates with all sorts of lovely friends to talk to and games to make up.
I might have known you'd be too scared to take on Merle.
I'll take her on later if that's what you're worried about. It's you I want because of what you did to Julie. Fight with Looney wasn't my idea.
You've been on at me ever since I walked through those gates. Why?
You broke the rules.
Your rules, not mine.
They're rules we all have to live by. I'm top dog. I have to enforce them.
Regardless of whether people are guilty or not.
You step out of line, you get hit. Simple.
Not so.
Listen, lady, do you want to talk or fight? Just pretend I'm that kid of yours. He should romp it in. You have to do better than that. Had enough? Or do you want to go on playing this game? You just won't learn, will you? I really don't have the time to waste.
Next time, I'll make sure you won't get up again. Got it? I never make the same mistake twice. Yeah, well, for your sake, I hope not. But I ain't done nothing. Can I go?
After we've had a chat, Merle.
Why?
Because I don't want you getting into trouble in H Block.
Not a troublemaker.
You do have a reputation for fighting.
Not my fault. I never started no fights, Mrs. Reynolds.
Yes, but you do finish them, don't you?
Yeah, but I can't help it. They get me real mad, calling me names and trying to trip me up. You get pretty sick of that, you know.
Yes, I know it's hard. Now I want you to try and ignore anyone who tries to upset you. Do you understand?
Yes, Mrs. Reynolds.
Do you had any trouble since you've been moved down?
Oh, no. I've got a real nice cellmate now.
Well, I'm pleased you've made a friend so quickly.
Yeah, can I go now?
Yes, I'm sorry. I've cut your outside rec very short.
Told Kath I'd spend it with her.
Would you
Bye.
bring Maxwell in as soon as
Yes,
you've taken
sir.
Jones out?
Is Kath in trouble?
No, of course not. And remember, no trouble from you either.
Yeah, Tom, Mrs. Reynolds, right?
Hold on, Jones. You're not going outside.
But I've got her.
There's only 5 minutes to go. You can spend that time in the rec room.
But I've got to see Kath.
I am sorry, Mel. Now come along. You can go to your dorm or the rec room.
Damn blast.
Without the adjectives, please.
Weren't saying them at you, Mrs. M, honest. I'm no troublemaker.
There. That should do it.
Do you think it'll work?
Of course it will. Wouldn't you report this sort of information if it meant promotion?
I've never been that ambitious.
Me neither, but Miss Ferguson certainly will, and she'll be seeing herself as governor as soon as she reads this.
Oh, I wish I could be there and see it all blow up in her face.
Oh, me too. But you can bet your boots we'll all suffer from the fallout.
Who cares? She's grumpy at the drop of a hat anyway. At least the girls can enjoy knowing the reason why for a change.
Well, that's true.
How soon do you think it'll be before she snoops?
Well, I'd say that she's been reading it daily, so on that basis, we'll be seeing a particularly nasty lady very soon.
I can't wait. I don't want to sound spiteful or anything, but she's earned this one.
And how? God, it's incredible what she'd stooped to, isn't it? I just wish I could undo some of the damage I've caused you.
Don't start that again. It wasn't your fault.
Oh, but I should have thought.
Stop it. Look, just get yourself released, stash that diary, and then we'll both feel a lot better.
Yes, that's true. You see, it really is a recipe book, just for the freak. How to cook your own goose.
Oh,
Yes, I'm sorry.
To hell with it.
Hey, that's cheating, that is.
Yeah, well, what about you on the 7th, when you lost the ball and then dropped one?
Yeah, well, I know it's against the rules, don't I? I was only trying to save time.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Where's Maxwell and Williams? Search me. I saw them arguing a while back. Where? Over there.
Oh, what do you know? Looks like they've had a bit of a dust-up.
Yeah, gee. Just go inside, will you?
Useless wimp. All that work on Vicky and Deb down the drain.
Shut up.
We're never going to get them on side now. Bitches scared them off good and
I
proper.
said shut up. She's just won this round, that's all.
Now, what's been going on?
Kath fell over some stuff up there. Came a beaut.
You all right?
Yes, thank you.
No thanks to Williams, I'd say.
What? I didn't do nothing.
Just move inside. Now, the governor wants to see you, Maxwell. You better get cleaned up first. I thought you had more intelligence than to brawl with anyone, especially Williams. What was the fight about? All right, if that's the way you want it. Maybe you better sit down. There's something quite different I want to talk to you about.
Thank you.
Your new cellmate, Merle Jones. I understand you get along well with her.
Yes?
She told you anything about herself?
No, nothing.
Well, it's not pretty. A history of abuse from infancy. Neglect, battering, molestation.
Her parents?
No, she spent all her life being shuffled between foster parents and orphanages. None of them positive moves, apparently.
I didn't realize. Is that why she's like she is?
I'm sure it's got a lot to do with it, especially her emotional instability. But because she's been moved around so much, her records are rather sketchy. Of course, her low IQ wouldn't have helped much. People can be very cruel, and she's certainly met her share.
And you think I can help?
By letting her know she has a friend, someone she can trust, yes.
Well,
I also want you to keep her out of trouble.
I don't see how I can do that. I mean, well, I do what I can, of course, but the teasing. She's upset so easily.
Yes, so the authorities have noticed. Any more violent attacks and she'll be transferred to Ingleside.
The psychiatric... Oh, no.
I know it's a lot to ask, but she likes you, and I'm sure she'll listen to you. If you could just try and steer her away from any potential trouble and give her some of the support she needs, it mightn't come to that.
Look,
You wouldn't be held responsible if she does cause any more problems. But you're actually in a much better position than we are to help her.
Yes, I suppose so.
Well, madam, I don't know about you, but I can eat a horse.
Oh, and I thought it was just a plain old beef casserole.
Nothing but price of beef these days. Can't be too fussy.
McDermott here. The bloke's name's Andrew Hinton, retired military. Ordinary, run-of-the-mill from what I could gather. Though Ferguson only appeared on the scene just lately. Yeah, get your point. I'll keep checking it out. Right.
Who cares if Looney Jones gets carted off to the loony bin?
Obviously you don't.
Why should I? No one's done me any favours. You know your problem? There's still a soft spot in there. You'll never be a winner with that inside you.
And you are?
You're the one wearing the bruises, not me.
Get out.
Jeez, talk about uptight. Do yourself a favour, lady, and hit some of that coke. No, do me a favour.
I said get out. Now go.
Jeez, I can sure pick it.
Okay, geez, I'm real sorry I couldn't go out and bam corners. I tried, but they wouldn't let me.
It's all right, Merle.
But I'll let you down. I'm a bad friend.
Don't be silly. Of course you're not. You might have been caught, and then you would have been in trouble. We don't want that, do we?
But I don't mind getting into trouble for you.
Thanks, Merle. You see, you're a good friend.
Yeah, well, that's what mates are for. Anyway, I owe a bam for getting me comic rotten pig.
I'll make sure you can get even without getting into trouble. I promise.
Yeah? No, he's making a great recovery. Now the doctors are saying he'll be out in a couple of months.
Well, that should boost him no end.
Yes. Now the only thing frustrating him is being tied to that wheelchair. Is Marty taking you out to dinner tonight?
Yes, he is. I don't know where, but I'm looking forward to it.
Night, Di.
Bye, see you later. It's a good feeling not going home for the usual sandwich in front of the television and the inevitable gut churning over what Joan's been up to.
Yes, you've been getting it right, left and centre from Joan lately.
It's all right. At least I'm out of the firing range now. It's you I'm worried about.
Well, don't. When have you ever known me not to be careful?
Several occasions. It's not going to be easy. She damn near bit my head off this afternoon.
Why?
Oh, the usual overreaction to an innocent question.
Sounds right.
Pity Dwyer doesn't have to work with her. He'd soon realise she's trouble.
Yeah, fly back to your cave, Lex. Oh, look out. Vampires have been let loose.
Oh, don't give bats a bad name, eh?
They can't be bats. Bats know when to hide.
Very good.
Oh, come on. We'll miss out on the food if we stand round too.
See? It's bloody whip.
I know, mate. I feel like a lass for not telling her yet, but I'm waiting for the right moment. Well, if she comes home in a good mood, maybe I'll tell her tonight. Thanks. But wait around the corner for me tomorrow, just in case I get cold feet. No, sorry, I don't know anybody by that name. No, sorry, bye. You're not Mrs. Papadopoulos, are you?
No, not today.
How about a drink before we go out to dinner? My shout.
What's happening? Not buttering me up for some bad news, I trust.
Me? You've got a suspicious mind.
It's called being a mother. Here, just hang on a sec. I think I'll go and change first. I think you've been a bit picky.
No way. I pay over 50
You
bucks.
pay?
All right, if anybody pays over 50 bucks, I expect the service to be better than it was tonight.
What was wrong with it?
The coffee cup?
Oh, yes, but apart from that, I mean, he didn't put his thumb in the soup or anything.
No, you're right. That's one thing he didn't do.
Oh, shut up and pour me a port.
Big day tomorrow?
Big enough.
I read about all the escapes you had while I was in Fremantle. Everything calmed down now?
In that place? God, you've got to be joking. Come on, let's change the subject. I was enjoying myself.
Mum, what's wrong? Every time I've mentioned Wentworth, you've changed the subject.
Why the sudden concern for my work? I mean, you've never been interested before.
I know, but now I need to know what I'm going to
Well,
do.
all right. I'll tell you, it's no point in hiding it from you. The demotion, the everyday hassles is just starting to get me down. So much so that I think I want out.
You're not serious.
Yes, I am. I mean, these last few weeks I've even hated getting up in the morning knowing I had to face another shift.
I'm sorry. I didn't realise you were so unhappy out there.
Don't worry about it. It's not as though I'm going in there tomorrow to resign. I'll stay on, just wait and see what happens for a while.
Thought we'd be fronting up at the soup kitchen together.
Now, that's something that I hadn't thought of. Mind you, if I did leave, we could go into business together.
A bread kitchen?
No. No, how about, a bookshop or something? Or, I don't know, it's worth a thought. Cheers.
Practicing for lightweights, huh? Nah, the heavyweights. Too much blubber on you for that. Miss me. Missed again, you great lunk.
Lex, cut that out and get over here.
Yeah, me and Looney are having a great time, aren't we, Looney? No, stop it. She's pregnant. Let her go. You'll kill her.
Oh, calm down, it's okay. You've taught her a lesson, now leave her alone, all right? You're both even. You okay?
Oh.
Stupid little bitch! Why don't you let up when you're told? She's stronger than an ox. I never thought we'd get her off. You could have been a goner, Lex. Too bloody right, and you would have been if we hadn't been here. Now bloody well learn and think of the kid before you open your trap next time.
I done it. Mrs. R said not to, and I did.
What's happened?
Mrs. Reynolds gonna send me away, I know it.
Merle, what's happened?
That girl, the one that's preggers.
You hurt her?
No, she's all right, but I started to.
But you didn't. It's all right, there's nothing to worry about.
I'll tell that rotten Connors law.
No, no one lags, you know that.
Oh, sorry, jeez, did I hurt you? Oh, look, what happened?
Oh, I bumped into the door.
Must have been a big bump. My bruises never show up for a day. Then I got to remember how I did them.
Yeah, well, Kath won't be forgetting how she got hers for a while.
Go away, Janet. Why don't you take a walk somewhere for a while?
Why don't you tell her Connors did it? Why the big secret? Everybody else knows.
I said take a walk.
Is that true, Kath? Did that stinking Rita do that?
It's all right. We'll just forget about it.
Yeah, let them lap up their glory. They know they've got us licked.
No, stinking Rita. She's not going to hurt you again, the mongrel. Oh, get out!
Go, you idiot! With any luck, we'll get rid of Connors once and for all. Worth it, don't you reckon? Let's give her a few minutes to sort them all out. Then we'll go and see the fallen heroes.
Right.
I'd give it a miss if I were you, Lex.
Oh, get out! I was real good at this when I was a kid. Just got to get me timing right.
It's a bit hard when you've got a face that'd stop a clock.
Oh, big joke. What is this? Pick on Alice week or something? Hey! Let her go! What do you think you're doing? It's not gonna hurt nothing, man. Look! Do something! Ryan!
What on earth's happening around here?
This could backfire, you know.
Stop worrying. The screws are on their meal break. We'll be right.
You let her go, you wretch! Kath, you're killing her!
Let this place be out by morning.
The baby! Something's wrong, Les! Something's wrong! Bitch, you killed her kid! I'm gonna get this out! I can't lose the kid! I can't!
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines.